Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. I'm on the road, but I wanted to do a quick podcast because I get a lot of people that ask me, why am I always finding the narcissist and being in a relationship with a narcissist? Why do I keep attracting narcissistic partners? Why can't I just find a nice guy or a nice girl that isn't narcissistic, that isn't selfish, that doesn't flip the blame or anything like that? Well, there's a couple of reasons why you're attracting the narcissist. Number one, you could be finding them on a dating app, okay? There's a large percentage of narcissists on a dating app. They've been thrown out by their old lady or old man, and they're on those dating apps. They're on them day and night. They fill up the dating apps. That's where they find a large number of supply. They're looking for, people that they could use either for sex or money, a place to live. So if you're on a dating app, you're going to run into a lot of players. You're going to run into a lot of narcissists. You're going to run into a lot of people that are jumping around options, okay? You'll know that by when you first start talking to them, if they're really not asking you too many questions about yourself, if they breadcrumb you, they're here or there. If somebody is not consistent, and I mean consistent for like over 3 months, that person is not all into you. They could be jumping around and they could be a narcissist. But you may be attracting narcissists because you think that certain behaviors are acceptable. Maybe you came from a toxic household and, your mother wasn't treated right or something like that, or talked down to. And now you get involved with somebody that is talking to you or treating you like crap. And you're thinking that that's okay. That's normal. Everybody has arguments, but it's not normal. You also could be attracting narcissists because maybe you're too much looking at the looks aspect of somebody. Maybe you're somebody that wants somebody that's a 10, all right? Somebody who has a great body, sexy, very good looking, and people like that, not everybody, but a lot of them can get a lot of they could have a lot of options because people look at the outside of somebody initially. So those type of people are going to have a lot of options. When you have a good looking guy and he could get a lot of women, most of the time, a lot of women he will have. So you've got to look at who you're picking. You can't just base it on how sexy they are, how cute they are, how much you want to jump in bed with that person. You've got to look at the inner qualities of somebody, how they treat you. Are they respectful? Do they follow up? Do they, make plans with you? Or are they just wasting your time on the phone talking about nonsense, talking about their day and not even asking you about your day? Why? Because they don't care. They're just stringing you along. Now, understand this. Narcissists are chit-chatters. They love to chit-chat. They got all the time in the world. And why is that? Because a narcissist isn't on any kind of clock, all right? They're not rushing to go down the altar. They're not rushing to have kids or anything like that. Most of the time, they're not. They're looking strictly for fun or a come up, all right? So don't waste your time with somebody who is not intentional, somebody who's not moving forward or progressing in the relationship. In other words, it's a process. And a lot of people, they lose sight of this because we live in a hookup culture. So they think it's okay, to just jump around from bed to bed to bed. And they think like this person is going to like fall in love with them or something like that, because they have great sex. No, all right? They're using you because you may be a situationship and they get tired of you and they move on to the next. It's up to you to not let that happen, okay, you guys? Don't assume that, because you're with somebody and, you get together with them now and then and you have, good hookups and everything, that this person's going to want a relationship, because that's not always the case. They can get good sex anywhere. They may just be somebody that just doesn't want to be in a relationship and is just using you, okay? So you've got to look at how somebody progresses in the relationship. Are they, interested in you and your background, where you went to school? Do they ask questions about your family? Are they asking about your prior relationships? A lot of time, narcissists don't really ask about your prior relationships. They don't care because the narcissist has no intentions on sticking around. The only time a narcissist is looking to stick around is if you've got something financial to offer them. That's when a narcissist may rush you to marry you because they want to, get some kind of benefit off you. Maybe they want you to invest in a business, so they're going to promise to marry you. Maybe they want to live off you, move into your house. Then that narcissist, yes, will progress fast, maybe even marry you because they're looking at the big picture, and that's the financial picture. But understand this, even if they do end up with you, it doesn't mean they're going to stay with you. They're going to suck you dry for any financial benefit they could get out of you, and they'll be doing their own thing on the side, and then eventually they're going to get tired and move on to somebody else, all right? So when you are looking to meet somebody, you've got to look at that person's qualities, their character. So how do you prevent attracting narcissists? You look at how this person talks to you. You look at how this person treats you. In other words, if you're dealing with somebody and they say to you, oh, I'll give you a call tonight, and then they don't call you, and the next day they call you late in the day or whatever, and they make like nothing happens, this is somebody that you can't rely on because they're not a person of their word. You were not a priority, all right? So that's why they didn't call you. They didn't respect you enough to say, you know what, I got to call you. The way they would respect their boss and call their boss or something like that. You're not a priority. So why are you going to give this person, your time, all right? These are all the red flags in the beginning, how somebody treats you, okay? Also, how do they talk to you? Listen carefully to how somebody talks to you. Do they talk to you with kindness and understanding, or are they sarcastic, a wise ass? Are they dismissive? Could they be a covert narcissist that really, doesn't acknowledge what you say or anything like that because they don't care, all right? That is not somebody that you want to get involved with. And a lot of people get involved with people that are narcissistic because they're lusting after them. I'm just going to say it like it is. And you got to face it. Why were you so attracted to that narcissist? Was it because they were so damn sexy and you wanted to be in bed with them? Or maybe it was the, attention that they gave you. Another reason people get entrapped with narcissists are very charming in the beginning, okay? They're going to charm the pants off you. They're going to be consistent. That's another way they fool you. They're consistent in the beginning, and you think like, oh, they're so into you. Oh, they're so real and everything like that. They keep calling me. They have me on the phone. This is what narcissists do in the beginning because they're targeting you for something, okay? And you've got to figure out, what is this person targeting you for? The other thing that you want to keep in mind, and this isn't for everybody, is where are you in life and where is the narcissist in life? Are you picking people that are beneath you? And what I mean by beneath you is that somebody who doesn't have their shit together and you have your shit together, and yeah, it's a benefit to be with you. So of course they're going to be nice. Understand this. The more broken, busted, and disgusting narcissists that you deal with, the nicer they're going to be. Of course they're going to be nice. Of course they're going to love bomb you and give you a lot of attention and tell you how beautiful you are and text and blow up your phone because they got nothing going for them, okay? They've got nothing going for them, all right? And then you have a narcissist that may have their act together and, they may be in a relationship. They may be still seeing their ex and you don't know that, okay? You're not going to know that till you see their pattern of behavior. Are they disappearing? Why are they disappearing? Because if they're not with you, they're busy with somebody else. If they're not calling you, they're probably calling somebody else or on the phone with somebody else, all right? But the purpose of this podcast is to talk about why you attract narcissists. And I'll tell you another large reason why a lot of people attract narcissists is because you believe the bullshit that comes out of their fucking mouths, all right? You believe the sob story they give you, the fake empathy they give you, all the words of affection that they give you. You believe it hook, line, and sinker. And you know why? because you haven't had enough experience in the game and to know there's a lot of con artists out there that are looking to manipulate you because you got something they want. And you've got to figure out, what is that something? Are they using you for sex? Are they using you for video chats at night? A lot of narcissists will do that. They'll want to just use you. You're like the porn queen, and they'll have you doing video sex and phone sex and getting off on everything like that and pretending to be into you, but they're really just using you for their entertainment. Are they using you because they're bringing up business ventures? Oh, I got a great business idea. It's going to make $1 million and everything, and I'd like you to be a partner. Let's grow together. This is what a lot of narcissists say, okay? It's the biggest bullshit thing going. They say something like, oh, let's build together. Anybody who says anything like that to you, okay, in like the first year of knowing them, that you don't know them well or anything like that, and they're talking about building with you, you tell them, you know what? You go build on your own, because I'm not building with you. I don't mix money, all right? Unless I'm married to somebody, I don't mix money, and never ever mix money. I can't believe how many people were on my post telling me how they gave the narcissist money. Why the fuck are you guys giving these people money? I don't care how nice they are. When it comes to money, it's business, all right? It's business. Do not mix love and relationships with business. This is your hard-earned money, okay? You don't know that person that long that you should be mixing money. And this is why these people get screwed over. And the other thing is, if you're going to loan somebody money or give them money, make sure you make them sign a fucking promissory note so that when they don't pay you back, you got something and you're going to take them to court and nail them and get that money back. If they can't sign a promissory note, you're not lending a dime, all right? So don't be a sucker. I got to say this. I got to wake up. I got to, wake you guys up. I'm trying to save you from getting, taken advantage and played, okay? I know I come off a little rough and a little hard, but sometimes people got to hear it to wake up so that they're not a sucker, all right? Because the narcissist looks at you like a sucker. All they got to do is hit you with the, I love you, baby. Oh, I can't stop thinking about you. I had a dream about you. Or they tell you they miss you after one conversation. It's a fucking joke, okay? You guys, stop believing this shit, all right? And the narcissist, they're silently giggling, behind the phone, because they're saying, oh my God, look at this girl or look at this guy. They actually believe this. Look how naive and what a sucker they are. And that's another thing too. When you're dealing with somebody and they make any reference to calling you naive, or, you're very, in other words, you're not street smart, you're very innocent, or you're naive, that is a red flag. You are dealing with somebody who thinks they can get over on you. So if they mention anything about like, oh, you're very naive or you're so innocent or something like that, that is a huge red flag that this person thinks you're stupid, all right? And you got to watch them. You got to watch them. They think they're smarter than you. So the best thing to do, you guys, to avoid being, attracting narcissists is to, when you deal with people, you take it slow. I'm gonna repeat this 4,000 times and record it for everybody. I will move slowly, and I will watch this person's pattern of behavior. I will not listen to a fucking thing that comes out of their mouth and think that it's truthful until I know this person at least 6 months or longer, okay? I always say the 6-month mark. Usually after the 3-month mark, the narcissist is dropping their mask because they're getting tired of putting on the act, okay? And now, after 3 months, they're starting to see things about you that they don't like. So, their real ugly side is going to come out, and that's how you're going to see who they truly are, all right? So, you want to be in all different kinds of positions with people, to see what their true character is. When they get angry, when they get mad, when they get sad, when they don't get their way. These are all red flags as to whether you're dealing with a narcissist. So you may be attracting narcissists because you're ignoring the red flags, or you're not recognizing the red flags. But anytime you see somebody that is very, very, into themselves, talks about themselves, can't answer a question straightforward, they gaslight. The first sign of any kind of confusion is your red flag. Ding, 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 okay? I got to watch this person. I'm not dealing with a transparent person, okay? But so many people let it go. They let it go, and then they find themselves in a relationship with a toxic narcissist. And when they look back, they say to themselves, you know what? They were gaslighting me. Oh, you know what? They weren't answering my questions. You know what? They kept blaming me and flipping the blame on me. You know what? They always needed their ego flattered every time we went out. They needed attention everywhere they went, okay? They were so self-absorbed. That ego had to be fed wherever we went, okay? All of these are red flags, okay? Red flags. So, you've got to look at the person's character. Can this person humble themselves? A narcissist can't humble themselves, okay? The only time a narcissist can humble themselves is if they want something, all right? Then they'll put on that little fake act and humble themselves and say, oh, it's my fault or something, because they know they're going to be trying to get something big out of you. So, the big picture pays off, so they'll do that. But in general, they will not humble themselves. So you guys, you're attracting these narcissists because maybe you're going to the wrong places, like the dating apps where they're all over the dating apps. Maybe you're, looking at people that are very, overly sexy and good looking and have a lot of people that they're talking to. So, you're dealing with somebody who's juggling a lot of people. Maybe you're attracting the narcissist because you're accepting things that they do because you saw it in your childhood and you think that's acceptable. You could be attracting the narcissist because you have something that they want. Maybe, you're younger and they're much older and they're after sex from you. Maybe you have more money than they have. You own a home and they don't own a home, and they're being nice to you and you're thinking they're into you because of you when they're only into you because they want to move into your house. All right? So look at the quality of the people that you are picking, okay? Look at the quality of the people that you're picking. I'll tell you from my own personal experience, the narcissistic people that I dealt with were not on my level. And what do I mean by that? And that's not being a snob, okay? That's just saying they didn't have their shit together, okay? They came from a different background than I came from. Some of them were looking for a come up. They had nothing going for them. They were looking to either, mooch off a woman, live off a woman. They were looking for sex or something like that. You have to look at you, like I said, and look at them and say, you know what? What is their interest in me? What do I have going for myself, and what do they have going for themselves? All right? Why are they picking me? Why are they? You always got to say this, you guys. Remember this too. Nobody's that fucking nice, all right? And I debate with people about this all the time, all right? Because there's nice and then there's over the top nice. And over the top nice is somebody who's got an agenda. Somebody who has a motive to get something out of you. Somebody who's telling you they love you the first month and looking to move into your place or something like that. They have an agenda, all right? Understand that. They have an agenda. Somebody who's kissing up to your kids and everything like that when it's not their kids, they have an agenda or they're a pedophile, okay? You got to be aware of these things too, because you got a lot of narcissists that are getting with, divorced parents, and they're not after the divorced parents, they're after your kids, all right? Because they're pedophiles, and you've got to be aware of that. Don't bring anybody around your kid for at least 6 months or a year, preferably a year, all right? Till you know that person inside out and know their whole background, because a lot of them have shady backgrounds, okay? So remember that. Nobody is that nice, all right? Over the top nice, I'm talking, or any of that, unless they have an agenda, okay? Don't be a sucker. Don't be naive and get your head out of a romance novel. That's not real life. All right. I'm not a Debbie Downer, but I've lived life and I'm trying to make you smart so that you pick the right partners and you don't end up divorced with a creepy narcissist. All right. And you're paying out to attorneys and legal fees, fighting over kids and money and everything like that. So, heed what I'm telling you guys. All right. Be very, very, selective in who you pick. Just because somebody's nice doesn't mean that they're a nice person or they're for you. Remember that. They could be being nice because you got something they want. All right? So, you got to really look at it, you guys, and take your time with it. All right? And this is why, like I said, a lot of people got hooked in with a narcissist and they say, oh, I don't know why I keep picking narcissists. Because you believe in the bullshit that the narcissist gave you in the beginning, all right? That's why. Because you're believing words. It's like these people that say to me, oh, I don't understand how they could say they love me and then they discarded me and blocked me. Because they didn't fucking love you. Because it was an act. Because you were dealing with a con artist that was using you, all right? It wasn't love, you guys. It wasn't love. Listen to me. Love is something that grows over time between two people. You create love because you've been through shit, all right? It's when you see somebody, you say, oh, I knew that was the person, love at first sight. No, that's lust at first sight. Get it straight. So many people that got their head in a romance novel think it's love. It's not love. It's lust, okay? So I need to clarify this because some people, they're still living the Cinderella story, and that's not how it goes when you're dealing with a narcissist, okay? So I hope that helps you. If it did, hit the subscribe button and please share the podcast, and have a great day, you guys. If you guys are having a problem in your dating or relationship, or you're dealing with somebody maybe that's narcissistic, you don't know if they're a narcissist, or you're just having problems, you're in a toxic relationship, and you need some clarity on it, go to the link in the podcast description for my website where I offer email and phone coaching. If you have a quick question, just a quick question, and you want to get a video sent back to you answering your question, there's also a link there for Vizio where I will send you a personalized video answering your question. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and I want to tell you about my 2 books on Amazon. The first book is Regain Your Power. It's all about power and relationship. Who has the power in the relationship? And it goes into all of that, okay? The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time, okay? Check it out. It gives you a lot of good clues as to whether you're with somebody who's a real one or somebody who's just going to waste your time. You could read them both with Kindle's free trial membership. So check it out. Link is in the podcast description. Hi, you guys. I just want to let you know that the Game Exposed now has their merchandise available. Check out the link in the bio, and you could go check it out. There's cool hoodies, cool sweatpants, cool hats. So go to the bio for the link. And also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook at The Game EXP 123, and also on Instagram, The Game EXP 123. Okay? And have a great day.